time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right, and I'm not going to say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
Retirement shit, like you serious about this?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Gervonta Davis has announced his retirement from the sport, but many aren't taking it seriously. Just hours after the announcement, Floyd Mayweather threw shade at his former protege, seemingly mocking Davis with subtle jabs and sarcastic remarks. The undefeated boxing legend made it clear he doubts the retirement is genuine. As tensions between the two continue to simmer following their split, Mayweather's reaction has fans questioning whether Davis is truly stepping away or simply seeking headlines.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazer, who stated that five-time world champion, three-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of 30 wins, no losses, one draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Well, why, bro? I just feel like you know it's too early. I feel like you fucking with us at this point. Like at this point, it's like you're joking. It's just a selling fight, like zero.
No, I mean, I ain't say I'm like retiring like after this fight, but for sure, like after this year, I'm retiring. After next year, I'm out of it.
After the second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After the second fight.
I'm gonna win. Nah, I can tell you, man.
In a follow-up to his initial announcement, Davis revealed during a podcast with rapper Lil Yachty that he plans to step away from boxing by the end of 2025, citing his desire to focus on family, education, and personal growth. While the WBA Lightweight Champion initially dropped this bombshell during the launch of his fight with Lamont Roach, stating, "After next year, I'm out of it. It's over. I'm fed up." He later clarified that it may be more of a temporary break than a full retirement, indicating that he is still uncertain about permanently leaving the sport.
You wanna do it? Same price? You find that?
Davis made his professional boxing debut on February 22, 2013, at the D.C. Armory in Washington, D.C., where he faced Desi Williams. Wasting no time making his presence known, Davis delivered a devastating first-round knockout, signaling the arrival of a formidable new force in boxing. His debut was more than just a victory, it marked the explosive start of a career defined by power, precision, and an unrelenting drive for greatness in the sport.
Future success.
Gervonta Davis is a boxing sensation. He has a lot of knockouts, 11-0, 10 knockouts. But here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather has taken him under his wing, and he bought him a brand new car. Floyd doesn't buy cars for a lot of people. Tell me about that. Tell me about the car that he bought, and how did you respond when he said, "We're going to get you a car today"?
As he didn't tell me at first.
his mom had a crash on her car.
Okay.
So he went to the dealership and went to go get her joint fixed. So I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, you know, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating, so he called me and was like, "I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready." So I was out eating, so I was like, "Okay, I'm ready now." So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym has them.
That's
so,
true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
A key influence in Davis's rise was boxing icon Floyd Mayweather Jr., who took him under his wing in 2015. Mayweather provided mentorship that extended far beyond boxing technique, with Davis viewing him as an older brother. Highlighting their close bond, Mayweather once gifted Davis a $60,000 Jeep, a gesture symbolizing his confidence in Tank's talent and future success.
Baltimore, you need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. I'm to Baltimore. I've watched the news. What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as, you know, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so he, like a father figure and stuff like that, he took me in, you know, he been treating me good since I knew him, you know, he been, not only in the boxing, like, working with me on boxing, he showed me, like, the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
We all see the news, and many times people say negative stuff about Floyd. From your experience with him, from the fact that he bought you a car, which he didn't have to, because there are a lot of fighters here, and he doesn't buy them cars. What does that say about him?
Just not only that him giving me stuff, because all that stuff did get taken away. You know, it's just the knowledge that he give me, like when we one-on-one, when we running and stuff like that, that he showed me, and he not only showed me but teach me and stuff like that. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Give me a tour of the Jeep really quick. What do we got?
It's the newer Jeep.
Okay.
Their relationship extended far beyond contractual ties, built instead on mentorship and mutual respect. Davis frequently credited Mayweather not only for imparting elite boxing strategies but also for instilling the confidence and discipline that shaped him into a champion destined for lasting greatness.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. Furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz, you know, that's what I was told at the time.
Despite Davis's early successes, tensions eventually surfaced between him and Mayweather. Davis grew frustrated with what he saw as Mayweather's attempts to control his career and restrict opportunities. In 2022, he left Mayweather Promotions to gain more autonomy, aligning instead with advisor Al Heyman. The split sparked a series of public disputes, with Davis accusing Mayweather of undermining him, most notably by barring him from training at Mayweather's gym. In a now-deleted tweet, Davis wrote, "What? Floyd's petty, said I couldn't use his gym anymore."
Welcome to the Boxing Locker with me, Matt Pollard, and this is my breakdown of Gervonta Tank Davis, who is arguably the best puncher in boxing, and without question one of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Your position for him within those 10 is up for debate, but we're not going to talk about that today. Today, we'll give you a brief background of Gervonta's boxing record and his kind of bio. And then I'm going to go into the breakdown of what makes him such a fantastic fighter. Okay, so first and foremost, Tank is now 30-0, 28 knockouts. It's like a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion. I believe. I would imagine NUA is close to that, but pretty impressive anyway. 29 years old. The southpaw. He's 5'5"-ish, 5'5"&1", maybe.
In 2024, Davis further cemented his reputation as one of boxing's most electrifying talents. On June 15, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, he faced Frank Martin in a highly anticipated bout. After a challenging start, Davis delivered a decisive eighth-round knockout, unleashing his signature left uppercut followed by a straight left hand that left Martin unable to continue. This victory marked his 28th knockout in 30 fights, solidifying his status as a dominant force in the lightweight division.
25 is after next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no.
I'm gonna win. Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Davis shocked the boxing world when he announced plans to retire at the end of 2025, bluntly stating that the sport no longer holds anything for him. During a press conference ahead of his rematch with Lamont Roach, Davis said, "This is trash. I'm out. I'm fed up. I don't care about belts. I just want to get my money and get out." He cited mental fatigue, the pressures of fame, and the recent birth of his son as key reasons for stepping away, describing boxing and its relentless spotlight as an exhausting experience he no longer wants to endure.
I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in. And many people are sending it to me in drones. Have I seen it? I told you guys Gervonta Tank Davis is in a unique place. I told you guys this a couple of days ago. That Gervonta Tank Davis, along with his situation outside the sport of boxing, had put him in limbo. But y'all said I was capping. Gervonta Tank Davis' team, as I told you guys, stated that they are uncertain about what's going to come of his case. Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with him. He's also frustrated with the way the Premier Boxing Champions is handling his career. Al Heyman is no longer in charge as Louis the Cuban. Senior and Junior. Al Heyman is not running things with the PBC anymore. He is not. Right?
Despite his undefeated record in multiple world titles, Davis's recent performances and ongoing issues outside the ring have cast a shadow over his accomplishments. His latest fight, a controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr., has fueled speculation about his future in boxing. While some insiders believe he may eventually return if financial pressures arise, Davis seems determined to follow through with his retirement plans, prioritizing personal growth and family life over the demands of the sport.
Promoter Gary Jonas shed some light on the negotiations for the rematch. While he didn't give too many details, Jonas did say that the second bout between Davis and Roach Jr. is all but finalized. Let's hear what he got to say right now.
Important question on everyone's mind. How close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
Very close. In my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal.
Davis's team has been criticized for strategically selecting fights that favor him, potentially limiting his exposure to tougher competition. To truly solidify his legacy, critics argue that Davis must challenge top champions in other divisions, particularly at 135 pounds and 140 pounds, to prove his mettle against the sports elite. Despite announcing plans to retire, Davis has stated he intends to fight 3 more times before leaving the ring. He is scheduled to face Lamont Roach Jr. in a rematch, with future opponents yet to be confirmed. Potential matchups include rematches with Ryan Garcia and high-profile bouts against Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
Tank is hung him up, shoes on, get the bag, put a plaque up, he's done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something so like, and he's looking like, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Former 2-weight world champion Tim Bradley didn't hold back when discussing Davis, bluntly stating, "Tank is done." Speaking to the Ring magazine following ESPN's final Top Rank broadcast, Bradley claimed that Davis has mentally checked out of boxing, saying he's hung them up, shoes off, put a plaque up. According to Bradley, Davis is disillusioned with the politics of the sport, more focused on securing a big payday, and has effectively retired in his mind even if he hasn't made it officially.
With the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him.
Do you still think that fight's possible? I know he might have a break after that fight with Lamont Roach, but do you feel like you guys could fight 2025 or 2026?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't into chasing people around. I mean, if he's willing to fight, I'm ready to fight, and I think it should happen. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't sit there and chase you, and then he could try to make it seem as though I need him, and I don't.
Tank ain't taking that fight. Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back when addressing Davis's retirement plans, calling them soft. Speaking candidly during an interview at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, Stevenson said, "If he wants to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him." Many skeptics dismissed Davis's retirement announcement as fake, a publicity stunt designed to generate intrigue and money, similar to other fighters who have temporarily retired for leverage. Critics pointed out that Davis has made similar claims whenever major fights failed to materialize. However, insiders suggest this time is different. Boxing insider Rick Glazer reported that Davis has privately told those close to him that he's genuinely fed up and intends to step away, potentially until his finances dwindle, with no plans to fight again. Previous skepticism may have overlooked Davis's well-documented emotional exhaustion, family obligations, and desire for personal growth.